If you are deeply passionate about understanding how your amazing body works and the cutting edge science behind a healthier life, subscribe to our channel right now. Here, you will learn something new in every single video. Let me show you something extraordinary today that can completely transform how you perceive your morning walk. Most people believe that physical exercise only begins to show real effects after weeks of constant training. They assume that the protective benefits of exercise are slow, invisible, and distant, but this common belief is deeply flawed. A groundbreaking study has shattered this myth, proving that heart protection happens fast. These measurable protective adaptations within your cardiovascular system begin to occur in just 8 to 12 minutes during a single walk, not after a month of workouts or after your third session at the gym. It takes just 8 minutes of continuous, purposeful walking to trigger these changes. And here's the part that will likely surprise you. The vast majority of people who walk for exercise are not doing it correctly. They walk far too slowly, they stop too frequently, or they divide their steps in a way that, from a biological standpoint, fails to generate any real stimulus for the heart. Today, we are going to change all of that. We are going to journey deep inside the human body second by second to show you the exact moment your heart stops working passively and begins to adapt. Let us put the stopwatch in motion and observe these changes. From the very first contact of your foot with the pavement, your body does not just think, "What a pleasant walk." Instead, your ancient fight-or-flight system immediately fires up, sending an urgent chemical signal. In the first 10 seconds of your walk, your heart rate begins to rise instantly. Your adrenal glands release a small, sharp pulse of epinephrine, the exact same molecule released when you narrowly avoid a car accident. Think of your body as a bustling metropolis that has just received an urgent citywide alert. Your brain rapidly dispatches electrical and chemical messages to every department, signaling a state of active readiness. The central command communicates one clear message to all systems. We are activating. By the 30-second mark, your large lower muscles, your calves, glutes, and thighs, clamor for oxygen with absolute urgent need. These active muscles have completely exhausted their immediate energy reserves and desperately need a fresh, continuous supply of oxygenated blood. Your heart responds by beating significantly harder and much faster. Each powerful contraction now pumps a much larger volume of blood. To put it in perspective, the sudden shift in your circulatory system is like comparing a backyard garden hose to a high-pressure, heavy-duty fire hose. This is where the biological journey becomes truly fascinating. By the second minute of your walk, an incredible phenomenon occurs inside your arteries. The delicate inner lining of your vessels is physically stimulated. This physical movement is driven by the rapidly increasing friction of rushing blood flow, creating what scientists call shear stress against the endothelial walls of your blood vessels with every single beat. While the word stress usually carries a negative connotation, in this biological context, it is a positive and necessary force. This is precisely how a muscle is stimulated to grow and strengthen over time. By safely subjecting the tissue to a controlled, healthy level of pressure, you trigger growth. In direct response to this shear stress, the endothelial cells begin rapidly synthesizing and releasing nitric oxide. If there is one miracle molecule you must remember for your lifelong cardiovascular health, it is undoubtedly nitric oxide. It acts as a highly effective biological lubricant for your entire arterial network. Nitric oxide signals the smooth muscle tissue wrapping around your blood vessels to relax completely, allowing the arteries to widen and dilate. As a result, your blood pressure drops and blood flows with ease. A study published in 2021 demonstrated that even a brisk 10-minute walk significantly increases the enzyme responsible for producing nitric oxide. And this protective effect remains active for up to 90 minutes. Think about that. You walk for just 10 minutes and your arteries remain healthier and more relaxed for a full hour and a half afterward. Meanwhile, your heart muscle itself is rapidly becoming far more efficient. The main pumping chamber, the left ventricle, begins to fill more completely, and expels blood with significantly greater force. Cardiologists refer to this key metric as an improved cardiac ejection fraction. The ejection fraction is one of the most critical and reliable indicators of cardiac health and efficiency. Before you start walking, imagine your heart is like a half-squeezed plastic bottle of ketchup. It works, but is not operating at its full potential. A brisk, purposeful walk compresses the heart properly, maximizing its structural stroke volume and optimizing its overall circulatory performance. We are not talking about abstract, distant benefits that you feel after months of exercise. This is happening right now in real time inside your body during every single walk that you perform correctly. Every step you take is a clear biological signal. Every single minute you sustain your pace generates a cascading wave of physical improvement. These immediate changes form the foundation of your long-term health. Every purposeful walk you take is like making a direct daily deposit into your body's personal high-yield biological health savings account. Never underestimate the power of this simple, everyday movement. When you step outside, you are not just walking. You are conducting a complex biological symphony, actively triggering a chain reaction of health benefits that begin the instant you place one foot in front of the other. You do not need to struggle to find a spare hour in your busy day to visit the gym. You only need those crucial, continuous 8 to 12 minutes. Let us analyze the exact second your walk changes. This is the moment your walk transitions from a basic physical activity into a genuine biological superpower. This profound transformation occurs within a brief window of time that most casual walkers miss. We are talking specifically about minutes 8 through 12 of a continuous, well-paced, and uninterrupted walk. During the first 7 minutes, your body is simply responding to movement, adjusting reactively. But between minute 8 and 12, something extraordinary happens. You cross a critical, highly sophisticated biological threshold. Your cardiovascular system stops being merely reactive and becomes adaptive. This structural distinction is fundamental. Being reactive means your heart simply adjusts its rate to survive the moment. Being adaptive means your heart actually begins to learn, rebuild, and optimize itself. It begins to actively reorganize itself at a deep cellular level so it can handle future physical workloads with greater ease. During this golden adaptive window, your body ramps up a vital protein. This protein is known as VEGF, or vascular endothelial growth factor. This is not just a symbolic chemical shift. This protein is responsible for literally growing brand new healthy blood vessels in your body. According to a 2022 study published in Cell Metabolism, this remarkable biological phenomenon is known as angiogenic priming. A walk sustained at the correct duration and intensity sends an unmistakable signal. The message to your cardiovascular network is clear. It must be reinforced and expanded. Your body begins building new cellular pathways, improving your heart's resilience against future stress and disease. Your heart is no longer just a simple mechanical pump. It has become an active infrastructure project undergoing constant renovation. And your daily walk is the skilled construction crew making it possible. But there is one critical, non-negotiable factor: intensity. This is precisely where millions of well-meaning people waste their valuable time without realizing it. A slow, casual stroll is simply not enough. Walking too slowly while looking down at your phone keeps your heart rate trapped in zone 1. While this is better than sitting on the couch, it does not trigger the release of VEGF or cause remodeling. To unlock these profound adaptations, you must elevate your heart rate into what cardiologists call zone 2 intensity. How do you recognize this zone without expensive heart monitoring equipment? The test is simple. You can still speak, but you would much rather not. You should feel a slight, noticeable physical effort and a faster breathing pattern. For a 40-year-old, this is about 108 to 126 BPM. Think of it like a flowing river. A tiny, sluggish trickle of water barely moves sediment, but a strong, steady, and continuous current carves out new channels. That steady current is your zone 2 intensity. The scientific evidence backing this specific protocol is overwhelming. A massive 2023 meta-analysis published in The Lancet showed that those who walked briskly had a 24% lower risk of death. This reduction in cardiovascular risk was completely independent of the total number of steps taken. It is not about step volume, it is about pace, intent, and maintaining that vital biological intensity. The true lasting transformation of your cardiovascular system begins to accumulate rapidly when you make these brisk walks a consistent habit. After just 7 days, your resting heart rate begins to decrease. Your heart muscle is already becoming more efficient. After 21 days of consistent walks, the muscular wall of your left ventricle becomes measurably more flexible and fills with blood far more easily. Your heart literally transforms into a stronger, more resilient pump. And after 6 weeks of this routine, the clinical results are nothing short of miraculous, as demonstrated by multiple peer-reviewed studies. A study published in Circulation showed a 15% improvement in arterial health and an average 9 mm drop in systolic blood pressure in previously sedentary adults. The results are profound. These clinical improvements are comparable to common blood pressure medications, yet they are achieved entirely through conscious, active steps. And the most beautiful secret of all is its impact on longevity. A 2020 study in JAMA Internal Medicine revealed that brisk walkers had a much younger biological age. They were biologically 16 years younger than slow walkers, measured by the length of their telomeres. Telomeres are the protective caps on your DNA strands. Every brisk walk protects these vital genetic structures, slowing down cellular wear and tear and building a powerful shield against the aging process. So, what is the minimum effective dose to trigger these extraordinary changes? The science is clear. You need 10 to 12 minutes of continuous, uninterrupted walking at a steady zone 2 intensity. Perform this simple science-backed protocol just 5 days a week. That is all it takes to activate new blood vessels, strengthen your heart muscle, protect your DNA, and lower your risk of heart disease. Remember, the exact moment walking begins to save your heart is minute 8, but to reach it, you must show up for minute 7. Step out, start your walk, and let your body experience this biological symphony. Let us look closer at what happens during that critical transition from minute 7 to 8. Your body starts to reallocate resources away from digestion and non-essential systems to your cardiovascular loop. This resource reallocation is highly strategic. Your blood vessels in the digestive tract constrict, while the vessels leading to active skeletal muscles dilate, maximizing oxygen delivery where it is needed. This ensures your muscles receive a steady, continuous stream of glucose and oxygen. At the same time, your lungs work more efficiently, increasing their tidal volume to exchange carbon dioxide for fresh oxygen. Your diaphragm expands and contracts with rhythmic precision. This respiratory pump action physically assists your veins in returning deoxygenated blood back to your heart, reducing the overall workload. This is a beautiful example of biological synergy. Your breathing directly assists your circulation. As the walk continues past minute 9, the temperature of active muscle tissue rises slightly, which is beneficial. This localized warming of the muscle tissue makes the oxygen molecules bind less tightly to your hemoglobin. This means oxygen is released far more easily and rapidly into your hard-working muscle cells. In sports science, this is known as the Bohr effect. It is a physiological mechanism that ensures your active muscles get maximum oxygen exactly when their energy demands are at their absolute highest. Meanwhile, within your brain, a quiet but powerful shift is taking place. The continuous rhythmic movement of walking triggers the release of neurochemicals like endorphins, which act as natural mood elevators. These endorphins work in tandem with the physical adaptations of your heart, lowering your circulating stress hormones like cortisol. This action physically protects your arterial walls from chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is a primary driver of atherosclerosis, or hardening of the arteries. By actively reducing cortisol and increasing nitric oxide, your walk provides a powerful, multi-layered shield. This is why walking is not just a simple exercise. It is a highly sophisticated, multi-system medical intervention that you can perform completely free of charge, anytime, with no special equipment. But remember, consistency is the key to unlocking these long-term genetic benefits. A single walk provides immediate relief and protection, but cumulative walks actually rewrite your cardiovascular destiny. When you walk consistently, you repeatedly expose your blood vessels to that beneficial shear stress. Over time, your endothelial cells become permanently more efficient at producing nitric oxide on demand. This means your blood vessels maintain natural elasticity and youthful flexibility as you age. This is the ultimate defense against age related arterial stiffness, a major cause of high blood pressure. Furthermore, the growth of new microvessels through VEGF means your heart muscle has more pathways to receive oxygen. This reduces the risk of cellular damage in the event of any future cardiac event. It is like building a series of detour roads in a busy city. If one main highway becomes blocked, traffic can easily flow through the new side streets, preventing a total gridlock and keeping the city alive. This is exactly what your body does when it creates new collateral blood vessels. It is building a highly resilient, fail-safe backup system for your heart, ensuring a continuous supply of oxygenated blood. And the science proves that this is not a slow, lifetime process. These structural, life-saving changes begin to take root in your body in just a few short weeks of dedicated, purposeful walking. So, when you look at your schedule, do not think of a brisk walk as an optional chore or leisure activity. View it as a vital, non negotiable medical prescription for your health and cellular longevity. A prescription that requires no pharmacy, has zero negative side effects, costs absolutely nothing, and begins working its protective biological magic within the first 8 to 12 minutes of your movement. To maximize this prescription, make sure you are walking with proper posture. Keep your head up, your shoulders relaxed, and your arms swinging naturally. This posture allows for maximum lung expansion and efficiency. Let your feet roll smoothly from heel to toe with every step. This fluid motion maximizes the calf muscle pump, which is the biological mechanism that helps push blood back up from your lower limbs to your heart. Every single detail of your movement is designed by evolution to work in perfect, harmonious synergy. Your body is a masterpiece of biological engineering, and walking is the key that unlocks its full potential. So, let us make a firm commitment today to prioritize these crucial 12 minutes. 5 days a week, step outside with purpose, find your steady zone 2 rhythm, and let your heart adapt and thrive. The journey to a healthier, stronger heart does not require a marathon. It simply requires you to take that first step, push past minute 7, and enter the healing zone. Your heart is waiting. Go claim your superpower.